Now remember, in the not too distant future, this is all going to be blooming in pink and white in the foreground of these beautiful arborvitaes. Now I want to show you something that I've been looking out for. So if you have Encore azaleas and they're not blooming, it may be because they're just not quite mature enough to bloom as profusely as they eventually will. I discovered that to be the case with mine, and interestingly, mine bloomed more heavily in late summer and in early fall, and really even late fall, than they did in the spring. So one thing I'm starting to check for now that they're a little bit more mature is, am I getting buds on them for spring bloom? And I can see that indeed I am starting to get some nascent little buds right in there. You can see some. I also checked out the azaleas on the other side. Those have buds on them too. Depending on the exposure of the plant and where it is in reference to the amount of sun and moisture it gets, some will probably have more buds than the others. But just to make myself feel less scared, less anxious, and more secure about what's going to happen this spring, I can come out here and I can check my Encore azaleas. And look at how much they have grown. Look at how tall this one is already. And I might find that ultimately these are a little bit taller than I want them to be in reference to the Moondance hydrangeas that I've got behind them. I kept these flowers on for just kind of winter interest, but also because I think it will help protect and insulate the stems against any really, really late hard frosts. Now these bloom on new wood, so they will bloom regardless, but it might affect the timing of the bloom. But I digress. If these get a little bit taller than I want in front of the Moondance hydrangeas, which were spectacular last year, Stuart, let's maybe, if we can, put up a still here of them. Then after these bloom, not before, because I will be pruning off any potential flowers, but after they have bloomed, if I want to reduce the size, the height, and the scale of these, that's when I will prune them, after they bloom. And then they can continue to put on new growth and hopefully some new buds for the fall, because what? They rebloom in the fall and in late summer. After blooming in the spring, it's a twofer.